Eagle news just broke. Billy, would you like to break it?
Breaking sports news from 97.5 The Fanatic and 97.5thefanatic.com.
And you predicted this would happen, Bill.
That's right. We got some breaking news out of the NovaCare complex. The Philadelphia Eagles are releasing six-time Pro Bowl cornerback Darius Slay. And unfortunately, as well as Darius Slay played last year, this made a lot of sense. I did predict it because I think the writing was on the wall. He's a 34-year-old corner. So you always want to move on from a corner a year too soon rather than a year too late. And by doing so, the Eagles will save $4.3 million against the cap this year, $17.8 million against the cap next year, assuming they did this with a post-June 1st designation, which I assume that they did. The big question now, do you move Cooper DeJean outside to play outside corner? Do you try to re-sign Isaiah Rodgers, or do you trust the youngster Kelee Ringo, who really didn't get a lot of playing time this past season? But I think this move made a lot of sense.
How much would Rodgers cost them?
It depends. It depends because teams are willing to pay corners. We know that. He's still relatively young. He wasn't a starter last year, but when he had his opportunities, Rodgers performed pretty well. So I don't know what Isaiah Rodgers is going to get on the open market. It'll be interesting to see who the Eagles prioritize.
There's I don't know. Maybe I have it wrong. There's something I feel Fangio doesn't like about Kelee Ringo.
Yeah, when Slay got hurt, Rodgers was the first one.
Yes.
You didn't see Kelee Ringo coming in. I thought this was going to be a big year for Kelee, and maybe you're right. Maybe Vic Fangio's just not as high on him. Now, he's still young. What some people fail to realize.
Yeah, which means they have plenty of time to develop him. If they can sign Rodgers to a shorter term deal and have it back up like Ringo, then you got more time with him.
But when I say Kelee Ringo is young, Quinyon Mitchell's 23.
Yeah.
Ringo's only 22.
Well, okay.
He was very young coming out of Georgia in the draft 2 years ago.
You got plenty of time to work with him.
So you could still potentially do it. But this is, look, I'm not even ruling out the possibility they try to bring back Slay, maybe on a restructured deal, like he goes out, tests the market. I wouldn't do it. As much as
I wouldn't. The age.
He's
again,
34 is rough year.
Yeah, that's come on. That's too old. I mean, all due respect to the guy.
All due
respect. That's too old. You don't see corners like, there's no reason.
All due respect.
To bring him back, I don't think.
Look, he played at a very high level this past season, more than I thought he would. But, trusting a 34-year-old corner, it's risky. You saw how quickly James Bradbury fell off a cliff.
Yes. All right, so one thing we didn't get a chance to talk to Todd Zalecki about is the lineup. That has been a topic of conversation with the Phillies. I've had my lineup set for weeks now. And there is some indications they may go this way if the superstar would agree to come off the 3-hole and hit second. So my lineup has always been, I think this is the best maximum lineup, Turner, Harper, Bohm, Schwarber, Castellanos, Stott, JT, Kepler, Marshy.
Look at us.
Now, both of those left-handers at the bottom does not make me feel that good because you're counting on both of them this year to be full-time starters. The Phillies have said that Marsh is going to be a full-time starter, and so is Kepler.
Look at us being eye-to-eye on baseball here, because that's the exact lineup I want to see, too. But the thing is even if they rely on Kepler and Marsh, there are going to be times where you're going to have a right-handed bat in there for one of those guys. I know they're going to play a majority of the days, but we know Sosa's getting tested out in center. Weston Wilson will probably be back in, 6 weeks. You got him as a right-handed bat, potentially in left for Kepler on times. But look, I'm more focused on those top four. Turner, Harper, Bohm, Schwarber. But is Bryce Harper going to be willing to bat second? Because to me, that is the ideal lineup. I just don't think he wants to leave the 3 spot.
Yeah, I have a bigger concern about non-right-handed hitters playing the outfield. Now, you heard Todd Zalecki say Rojas, the first time I've ever heard anybody who covers the team suggest that Rojas to AAA. I don't think any fan is even thinking that. So that means that Sosa will be a right-handed outfield replacement, but they've also got to play him in the infield as replacement. So he can't be a straight platoon in center field, which means Marsh is going to be your starter along with Kepler. 2 left-handed hitters, both of whom really have not shown that they can hit lefties on a consistent basis so far.
Yeah, it's a big problem. I mean, this is why I was so surprised when they signed Max Kepler, that you're going to go with another left-handed bat in the outfield. But we're talking about the 8 and 9 hole hitters. So at least you would have the righty-lefty throughout the lineup until 8-9. And I kind of want to see Brandon Marsh get more opportunities. I know history, if you look at his splits, are not great against left-handers, but he hasn't had a lot of opportunities either. Maybe giving him every single day, maybe he performs a little bit better. And it looks as if, I know in the postseason last year, they wouldn't let Stott hit against lefties. It looks like that is out the window now, right? Stott will be an everyday second baseman, at least to start.
Yeah, they'll have to do that. They really can't platoon there, can they?
No, but in the postseason, Stott has one of his best games, and then they sit him down the next night.
They lost a little confidence in Stott, and I think he's a better hitter than he showed last year. Let's take a break. We'll come back, 610-632-0975. And we find out that the Sixers play tonight, and there'll be a new play-by-play announcer tonight, at least, for NBC Sports Philly. We'll talk about it.
Tyrone Johnson.
Hey everybody, it's Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel so you can engage during the show, and you're not going to want to miss all the content that we post. It's not only the live videos, it's videos after the fact. It's our shorts. It's all the content you want as a Philadelphia sports fan. Looking forward to connecting.